Go stretch! Hello, everyone. How are we all doing tonight? I hope you're all having a lovely Friday this afternoon. Yeah, a lovely Friday afternoon. We're not having a model on because I still feel a bit like shit, but I don't feel shit enough to not be able to do this. So like, you guys will probably be able to tell that I may not be as energetic as I usually am. Like, I'll probably be like more chill than usual or something. Well, I hope it uses soon as well. Oh, that's silly, having 2 glasses on like that. That's silly. What? Also, thank you for the hydrate and the stretch earlier. Well, I guess you won't be getting that 250 back. Yes, sound-wise, the buttons are only active when I had the model, either my PNG or even the V2 model. Anyways, look at my chat. We're gonna be doing the Stormblood MSQ. If any of you guys play this game as well, I do want to let you guys know that the art drop's currently active on it. I've already claimed the jobs on my end because I watched some of the other big creators. But one of the drops is for if you watch 3 hours, you can get this thing. And in order for me to show you what it is properly, we're going to go outside the city. It is definitely a matter of looking for a bit. And hello, Baka, how you doing? Oh yeah, so if you watch 3 hours of any Final Fantasy XIV content creator, you'll be able to get this mount if you play the game. And if you do play the game, keep in mind, every mount is able to fly. Now, there is a green version of this that is obtainable. I don't remember where, though. But there is a green version of this one. This is just the newest iteration of it. It was like a Valkyrie. I mean, there could possibly be one. Have to go for looking, dude. But yeah, so it's the Choco Popcorn. The Choco Popcorn. I have no idea how to say that word properly. Let's see. This bizarre creature is a result of an enormous corpuscle coming into contact with vast amounts of chocolate. It has since taken to journey far and wide to deliver sweet treats to anyone who does not immediately flee at the sight of it. So it just wants to share chocolate. You have not touched the game since 2021? That's understandable. There's also some foods as well that's available. Lots of grabs, so as well as 10 Etherite tickets. And also, Panzer, I don't know if you're aware, since the last time that you touched the game was 2021, if you're on the free trial now includes Stormblood. So if you're playing on the free trial, you now have access to Stormblood. Also, with Dawn Trail now being out, you guys will probably see that the areas may look a little bit more, detailed a little bit. I mean, for some reason, I swear there's more grass than there used to be. Yeah, I've been noticing this in some of the other zones, like especially in the River Sea area. Or, no, not River Sea, Yangtze. But you have to go over there anyways. Because for some reason, I just feel like there's more of those grass shrubs there than usual. But that's also partly because the game did undergo a graphic update for many things, especially the player characters. But you may not be able to tell immediately off the get-go, but the face textures are definitely better. I get it on the skin textures is also better as well. And also, if you decide to get the collector's edition or at least what I think it's the collector's edition. Basically the deluxe edition or whatever they want to call it. Not only will you get a earring that scales up to level 90, which I currently have in my armored chest, or my armoire, whatever you want to call it. But you can also get 2 minions, a wind-up Zidane and a wind-up Garnet from FFXIV. Where are they? Not those two. No, this was for getting the early access to Dawn Trail, which is quite literally a wind-up Zidane. And then the other one, the wind-up Garnet, is for having the actual deluxe edition of Dawn Trail. And then they even have a mountain scooter with that too. And it's a transformer, kind of. Awesome. It flies too. And it has the FFXIV battle music as its music. Which I think is pretty cool. Yeah, it is nice. Maybe there's nothing special in regards to, like, special things to do, like, on the bar for it. I don't think this is Alexander. The original mount that this mount skeleton's based on is definitely an Alexander mount. Or an Alexander boss, I should say. Hold on, let me bring up the mount guide. So, like, this is the skeleton for the original mount that one's using. At least I'm assuming it's using the skeleton of this one. It's definitely using the same method. This one's actually able to carry players. I believe this one's able to as well, but I'm not sure because I haven't tried it. But yeah, you can see it's using like the same like animation style at least. Of course it has a little bit more custom because of it being a more unique model, but still. Wait, what is that on the front? Is that targeting reticle? That's to be. It folds down. Oh, okay, okay. Huh, interesting. Anyways, let's get going with the Nope, I don't want to go to the River Sea. considered no mai. Also, chat, the video when you came in, you may have seen that I was doing some crafting stuff earlier. The past couple of days, I've actually been a bit hard at work getting my crafters and gatherers leveled up. So they're getting up there. They're now at least level 40. We have 4 50s for the crafting, 2 50s for the gathering. Yeah, let's go work on the MSQ now. Which I remember there's one summon that looks like a flying ship. A summon that looks like a flying ship, huh? I don't recall there being a summon that looks like a flying ship personally. But if it isn't, it would probably be this, which is called the Ark. Like if it is this, then it's probably called the Ark because that's what it's called in this game. But yeah, I don't remember a airship-looking summon. Like the closest I could probably think were, if it isn't a variant of Alexander. If it's not an Alexander variant, then it might be Eden. Online, but not one I'm thinking available summon. Okay, I'll take that in a moment. Yeah, it might be on one of the Final Fantasy games that I'm not really familiar with. Specifically, like maybe one of the spin-offs. But in the one that I played at least, I don't recall there being a airship looking summon. So it... Wait, that's from FF9? I must have been missing a summon then, because I don't recall getting that. Well, okay, now I'm curious. I'm gonna bring up the wiki for that. Huh. Okay, so it is from FF9, okay. How could I not know about this? How do I not remember that boss? Whoop. that's probably why, because I don't... at least in regards to opinion, I probably got rid of the item for it. Huh, okay. We're definitely gonna have to get it once we start Final Fantasy 9 on the channel. We're definitely gonna have to go get it. Yeah, for some reason I don't remember that as being in the game though. But that could just simply be a case of it hadn't been so long since I had actually played the game. So that might be what the case is, it's been so long since I played it, of course I'm not going to remember it. So I think that's probably what it is. Yeah, like the only things I remember, airship-wise, is the one that you start out on, which I forget the name of it. I think it might be called like the Prima Vesta or something. Then I know there's the, what is that one called? I'm probably going to be saying the wrong name here. But it's the one that's Sid named after his wife, the Hildegard 3, I think? And then there's the last one, which is the Invincible. I think it was called the Invincible. Those are the only thing that I remember airship-wise. Then of course I recall that in Final Fantasy 9 early on you could see a bunch of small airships just flying to and from. Just adds a little bit of flavor detail for the world. At least on the Mist continent anyways. Haha, I was correct on that name, that for at least the starting one. Final Fantasy 9 is a pretty good game though. We definitely have to play it on the stream sometime. But yeah, we definitely have to play on stream sometime. Maybe when we get bored of Wuthering Waves, we'll hook up Pad on instead of that. The most memorable... The location that stood out to me the most in Final Fantasy 9 was Ipsen's castle. Just the fact that its layout is both upright and upside down. That was one of the more unique locations in my opinion for any Final Fantasy game. Anyways, let's get on with the MSQ. A chance to relax at last. I know when I'm not at my depth, Savvy. Though no weapons are drawn, the negotiation is no less a battle, and the stakes can be every bit as high. One misplaced word and people could die. It takes someone with a cool head, and I'll be the first to admit that's not me. So we're left with the eternal question. What to do while they prattle on? His forgotten home. Alice is pondering how best to make use of your reprieve from the tedium of negotiations. Alright, for want of a better suggestion, let's say you to a brief tour of the newly liberated Doma. I'd be interested to hear how the people are faring in their own words. And it's not as if we'll be missed here, or will we? Savvy, a moment if you would. Ah, Hikari and Asahi, was it? Yes, and business society. Business? No, pleasure, my lady. I merely wish to exchange a few words with the famed slayer of gods and champion of the Orzia. It is truly an honor. Such heartfelt admiration, one could almost forget that you're an envoy of the Empire. Well, is that so strange? You may have stood on opposing side in the past, but I see no contradiction in lauding the woman who would do battle with our common enemy. Unless you forget, this is my homeland. It would be remiss of me not to at least thank her for containing the threat posed by the Kojin's vile icon. Now, if I may continue, as they speak, Lord Heian deliberates over my proposal, and I would take this time to see the land I once called home. Though Lady Higuri is certain to be a jovial escort, the excursion would be all the more enjoyable for your company and safer besides. The ambassador has the right of it. He is not like to come to harm with you at his side. Will you join us? I'm quite sure you will be safe with your Higuri. Come now, Savvy. There is naught else for us to do until Lord Ian has reached his decision. And were we not this moment discussing how best to learn more about the current state of Doma? Yeah, but we don't need him with us. It's settled then. The four of us shall make a brief excursion through Yensha. Let me start at the town of Monzin. Now let's see what has become of Doma Castle. Very well, if you'll follow me. So our next couple of Final Fantasy XIV streams are going to be heavily focused on the MSQ. Because I want to get caught up to Dawn Trail. And we still have 2.5 expansions ahead of us. This game is so smooth when I don't have my VTube stuff up. Oh jeez, hello. Oh, thank you for the sub, kid. And thank you for the head pass. Oh yeah, thank you for the resub, kid. I appreciate it. And the ride is on clothing for the most part. Oh yeah, so for the next couple of Final Fantasy XIV streams, we will be focusing on the MSQ, because we do need to get caught up. I'll admit, I was looking for a more leisurely trip around Yinsha, but if it's a choice between this or listening to my brothers rambling on, well, here I am. Would that something could be done about these mechanical soldiers. Now, can this truly be Monzin, home to the cream of Domo Samurai? I had heard that Yatsuyu intended to send some few of our automata here. though only by way of warning. It should not have come to this. Indeed, her savagery served only to incense the people and spur them to rise up and protest. It was folly to think such methods of governance could ever prove effective. Oh, the sooner we can begin to make amends for the senseless destruction, the better. Securing supplies and support for the reconstruction effort should not prove difficult, once our nations are formally at peace, of course. Yes, of course. If you would have a better view of what remains of the castle, you must proceed through the ruin. Damn it, my button's broken. The hydrate, you got it. Why did my thing not make a sound? Why did this not make a sound? It should have made a sound. I don't know. I'll have to look at that later. Yeah, the musical net mouth came from Final Fantasy 16. And the current one, that's funny, is actually part of this zone. Lord Ian would often come here to gaze at the castle. He was but one and many to take inspiration from His Majesty. I don't believe for one moment that he came to see the sights of Yangsha. The question, what did he come for? It is a travesty. A travesty. I remember the keep being so beautiful. In the light of the setting sun, one would swear it was aflame. It is indeed a doleful spectacle. Mayhap we will rebuild it one day, when we have finished helping our people to rebuild their lives. Spoken like a true popularis, the needs of the people must of course come first. Speaking of whom, would you be opposed to my seeing how they live firsthand? The village in Namai is but a short journey from here, if I'm not mistaken. By river, yes. If you will follow me, I will ready our boat. Also, chat. For those of you that are familiar with, like, the zones and this game, doesn't this area look a bit more lush than usual? Like, I don't remember there being all these, little shrubs on the ground here. Like, I'm pretty sure there were shrubs there to begin with, but it looks like there's a lot more than usual. At least a lot more than I recall anyways. I think that may have been like one of the updates where, they enabled the gameplay to better render more of the ground clutter. I know in World of Warcraft when Blizzard updated the ground clutter stuff and whatnot, some of the areas literally became like these huge rolling grass thing essentially. But yeah, Now, I'm not complaining about the amount that's here, but like, I was actually surprised. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, that it must have been part of the update that they did. I just wasn't expecting it to be like that. Like, I was expecting it to be with the new areas, strictly at the very start. As well as probably any areas that the new expansion story is going to interact with in the old areas. Oh, for fuck's sakes. I thought they were literally going to be here. Okay. Let's swim over there then. Well, yeah, like, for this area, for example, I feel like there's a lot more shrubs than there was previously. And I want to say that's probably where my new performance suit in this game came from. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie though, the game looks oh, god damn it. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Oh right, there's no way to actually dive down here either. But yeah, like I'm not gonna lie, and now the graphic update. You was wondering where the music was coming from. Yeah, it's different from this game. In fact, the music that we just had playing was actually from a trial that's actually coming up soon. Like, we'll be doing that trial soon. It's actually one of my favorite trials, strictly because of how it's presented. And it makes me... It brings a tear to my eye. Like, if you look at all the little detail that's in the trial itself. And by, like, all the little detail, I mean, like, reading all the little text boxes and chat bubbles that pop up. It brings a tear to my eye, I'm not gonna lie. And I'm not gonna lie if it does it again. It might do it again. It has been some time since I last visited Namai. Yet Issei often visits the Enclave with young Azumai. Wait, is it Azami or Azumai? I think it's Azami. So we did not want for news from the village. This excursion has proved to be more relaxing than I expected. Ready to cast off? Ozani? Okay. Okay, so the first time I said it was right then.
Get back! I'm warning you! Someone's in trouble.
Oh, the Kojin are acting up again.
Are you all right? Hi.
What do they want with you?
Yuki, and you lot too. I don't know. We were returning from the Enclave when they came at us.
It seems they won't go quietly.
And neither will we.
Yeah, they updated a lot of the models. Not every model has the updated looks yet. Because there's just so many unique models, especially with the humanoid NPCs.
Yeah! Away with you!
It is nothing.
Alright, they changed how my class plays. God damn it. I can't use Rectify now, apparently.
Leave this to me.
No quarter!
An opening.
I have you!
The art of my forebears.
Yeah, so they changed how my job plays a little bit.
Taste my steel!
It's not too different from what I'm used to, except I don't like the fact that I don't have access to one of my other instants now. Yeah, because they moved that instant to being only usable while the Mercy is active. Damn.
That seems to be the last of them.
But yeah, so with this update, a lot of the models got updated as well for the updated graphic looks and whatnot. So we are going to see NPCs that have the older looks as well currently in the older areas. All the NPCs in the new areas have the updated looks and whatnot, and some of the NPCs in the older areas have the updates too. But as they add more patches to the game, we're going to see more of the old NPCs get the updates. You might be getting a job reward for this game, even though you don't play the game. I mean, hey, if you don't want to use that mount, you could give that code away to someone else.
You have nothing to fear, child. You are safe now.
Thank you, sir.
You saved us again.
I think they may have
Thank you.
applied it to like
If you're
story
ever
of violence.
passing by our village, look us up. You'll always be welcome.
Thank goodness we arrived when we did.
Indeed. But what could have prompted the Red Kojin to stray so far from the Ruby Sea?
I presume these are the sellswords hired by Yotsuyu. If so, the answer is simple. Desperation. Bereft of imperial employment, they seek other means to line their coin purses. Another sad legacy of the Empire's mismanagement.
The Empire to which you have sworn allegiance.
Must you always be so pointed? If we are to bring about lasting change, we must look beyond narrow allegiances. You have every right to doubt me, but in time, I hope you will come to see that we share a common goal. You and yours have fought fiercely to change the Empire from without, but if we are to end the cycle of conflict, the Empire must change from within. Am I wrong?
Like, for example, you guys could see that Yikari doesn't have the updates yet. Because you could clearly see, like, the pixelation on her hair and even on her scales. Thought about that. True reform can only come from within.
I knew you would understand. You have witnessed such change firsthand, after all, during your time in Ishgard.
Trish, this guy must be obsessed with me or something. Like the swordsman, isn't he? I wonder, did the Empire train him to kill before or after appointing him ambassador? The Red Kojin's presence here does not bode well. He must inform Lord Ian. Dear me, I had hoped to convey my views on our nation's shared hopes under more peaceable circumstances. Yet this regrettable little interlude did afford me a chance to see the famed hero Eorzea in action, and few Imperial soldiers can say that. At least, few who look to tell the tale. A guilty conscience? Mathai has had his show of adventure for one day. Well, after that little ordeal, I believe it may be time for us to return to the Enclave. I tried, my lord, but what am I? You seem so eager to observe the villagers going about their daily life. To be frank, I still am. But I rather doubt the good people of Namai would take kindly to the sight of a man in an imperial uniform and blood still dripping from his blade. Even in your company, my presence would only prove a distraction. Bet not, however. Thanks to the three of you, I have seen a great deal more than I otherwise would. And with any luck, Lord Heian will have finished considering my proposal by the time we return. Did you see the sincerity in his eyes when he spoke with Azami? I feel strange saying this, but what if he truly has come to sue for peace? But I understand you served as the ambassador's escort. My thanks. I trust you will inform Lord Hien of our encounter with the Red Coalition. If we are to deter them from encroaching on Yangsha, our response must be swift and decisive. Thank you again for agreeing to join me. If not for your aid, the Coalition may well have overwhelmed us. Hold on, let me check the game volume. It seems loud. Okay, hopefully I'm not going to be fighting the game music anymore. Pray go on ahead. The Lord Hien is expecting you. I will remain without and keep watch over our guests. Well, we had best not keep him waiting. Oh yeah, so while the game sound hasn't changed for me, I hope I'm no longer fighting the game in regards to sound for you guys. Judging by the sparkle in Alphina's eyes, their discussion was riveting. How sorry am I to have missed it. Master Alphina had shared with us his knowledge of the icons and reminded us of the threat they pose in so doing. It is strangely comforting to know the Empire shares our concern. Feeling refreshed, I trust. We have considered the ramifications of this proposal from every angle, and I believe Lord Hien has reached a decision. I look forward to the day when they decide to, when they decide to give all these story scenes to voice acting. Welcome back, my friend. Yigiri told me you accompanied her and Asahi on a tour of Yangsha. I had hoped you might take the opportunity to recover from your exertions at Sakazuki. But I gather your time was well spent. Until the ambassador affords Yigiri a chance to make a full report, however, I must rely on you to supply the details. So please, tell us how it all unfolded. The Red Coalition, here? Have there been any other such incidents since deliberation? Not that I'm aware of. If they are planning some new adventure here in Yangsha, we will need to increase patrols. In any event, I am indebted to you for fighting them off. But tell me, and don't be modest, was Asahi truly the first to leap to Yangsha's age? He was. I was quick to doubt him when we first met, but his desire to save them seemed quite genuine. It's possible he truly believes all he sang. In the time I've known you, you have always been an excellent judge of character. What do you make of the ambassador? I still don't think he can be trusted. He is with the Empire, after all. Then a question of what his true intention may be remains. Regardless of his name, I am resigned to playing his game. For now, at least. The offer swearing summoning should be simple enough, considering you never dabbled in it in the first place. Which just leaves this somewhat thornier question of how to police the Red Coalition. It was with that very question in mind that I sought Alphina's counsel. Thanks to his knowledge of the icons and the rituals used to invoke them, I believe we've identified a workable solution. As you will recall, Shisano was summoned forth using the power of relics locked away in the Kojin's treasure vault on the Isle of Zeki. Though said relics remain there to this day, it is all but certain that the act of summoning exhausted their stores of ether, making subsequent summonings impossible. Assuming that is the case, preventing the Primal's return rests on denying the Red Kojin the means to amass new stores of ether, either via the acquisition of crystals or the relics they want to collect. For this, I plan to enlist the aid of our friends the Blue Kojin. Since Doma's liberation, we have forged closer bonds with Bunchin and his people, and with their support, I am quite confident we can keep the Red from obtaining what they require to call upon the Susano. And what of the prisoners? They will be exchanged as agreed, and I will give full credit to Asahi for the success of the transaction. If there is aught we can do to help the Populares garner favor, I mean to see it done. But first, I have some unfinished business to attend to. Would you all come with me? Yes, of course, but what matter business? Also, chat, since we're about to have some ads coming up, I am going to pause when those ads come up. I will pause for the duration of that ad break. And I am going to use the bathroom as well when that happens. A past mistake which I would see put right, one which has weighed heavy on my mind.
I had her brought here in secret while the three of you kept our guest company. The world has not been kind to you, it is true. But that does not excuse your sins. You should be at the bottom of the river. Yet here you are. The living, breathing proof of my failure. A failure for which I would now make amends.
What did I do? I don't remember. Was it really so terrible? Tell me, please! What did I do?
You speak of sins, my lord. But at whose feet do those sins lie?
Also, for those that weren't with us, what's happening is, Suyu, whose real name is Yatsuyu, is experiencing a really bad case of amnesia.
Were the soldiers who committed the crimes, or those who commanded them to do so? With both, I would say. For all have a conscience, and all must choose. But with no memory of who she is, or what she has done, what sin remains to be cleansed?
You ask that I show mercy.
I ask why the heavens saw fit to deny me my rest.
And there's the ad break. I will be right back, chat. Okay, I'm coming back. Oh, hey, look at that timing. Not only did I use the bathroom, but I had to refill my drink. I came back just as the thing ended, I guess.
Why, Yotsuyu was spared not only death, but the bitter memories of her life.
You truly think it the will of the Kami? If so, her life is not mine to take. It is yours to safeguard. Come the hour of the exchange, if her memories have not returned, she may remain here in Doma to live out her days as Tsuyu. But if they do, the Guardians shall have their viceroy. Though the people will protest, they will come to accept my decision when they have been reunited with their loved ones.
Thank you, my lord.
Now then, I believe we have kept our guest waiting long enough.
You know, have a feeling that he was intending on giving them a dead body.
Did Gosetsu not seem strange to you? His sympathy for Yotsuyu apart, I mean. I know his powers of endurance only too well, but after all he has suffered, even he should not be on his feet. He puts on a brave face for our sakes, but it would not surprise me if he lacked the strength to raise his blade. Though I suppose if he and Yotsuyu are to enjoy a life of peace and quiet, he will have little use for it. It falls to us to shape that future, one in which he need never again set foot on the battlefield.
I had no idea Yatsuyu's return weighed so heavily on Lord Hien's mind. I couldn't say if Tsuyu's predicament is to build a kami, but Gosetsu certainly seems convinced. It would seem Lord Hien has at last reached a decision. The uncertainty in his eyes has given way to resolve. Rise of a new sun. Lord Hien has at last reached a decision. If Yatsu is safer in Gosetsu's care, all that remains is to answer Asai's proposal. I realize other matters demand your attention, but I would ask that you stay a while longer to see this business through.
My apologies. Our deliberations took longer than expected.
Think nothing of it. The time afforded me the opportunity to go on a rather rousing excursion through Yansha. You have reached a decision then?
We are willing to cooperate with you in combating the Icon threat, and also in the exchange of prisoners. Assuming you accept our conditions, of course.
Lord if you're there, you have no idea what's going on. Well, you did rejoin us. You did rejoin us after a lot of shit has happened.
As you know, your sister is in our care. Due to certain complications, however, we are hesitant to release her into your custody.
So basically, with Stormblood, we helped this country called Doma basically rebel against the Empire. And now, it was a successful rebellion. This is the aftermath of it. And apparently the Viceroy, the Imperial Viceroy, is suffering amnesia at the moment. Which is that woman that was shown a moment ago. Now, if I'm thinking correctly, they are currently in the process of negotiating a form of peace, where the Imperial rules dictated that Doma does not participate in summoning icons or primals, while also returning their prisoner, which is the former Viceroy, Yasuo. And in exchange for that, they're going to release the other conscripts that are of Doman descent back to Doma.
Complications?
She was inside Doma Castle when it collapsed. Though she survived, she remembers nothing of her past life, not even her name. To clarify, she is in our care not as a prisoner, but as a vulnerable citizen of Doma.
Are you saying you refuse to release her?
Not at all. If her memory returns before the appointed hour.
And if not, what exactly? You will accommodate her here in Doma?
Well, I sincerely doubt she will be of any great strategic value to the Empire. She spends her days daydreaming of Dango.
Dango. How dreadful. Very well. In light of our recent misstep in Sakazuki, it seems only fair that I show you the same understanding you have shown us. Though I do have one small request. Regardless of Yotsuyu's value to the Empire, she is yet my sister. Before I leave, might you permit me to speak with her in private?
Of course. Perhaps you could even bring her a plate of dango. She would be most pleased. Yugiri will see you to her chambers.
Forgive me, my lord, but has he not been done over long? Perhaps I should... Calm yourself, Gosatsu. I understand your concern, but we have to wait. He deserves that much. I'm sorry that I've kept you all waiting. Thank you for understanding. Long did I dream of this reunion, but never did I imagine it would be so joyless. A part of me hoped your stories of her condition were just that, but alas, it is as you say. Suya, do you remember anything of this man? Anything at all? No. am a stranger to her. That much is clear to me from a single look. I'll leave her in her care. As you wish. Now, if you will excuse me, my superiors are long overdue of report. They will be elated to hear of our agreement. Of that I have no doubt. As for the exchange itself, once I have obtained the relevant permissions, I will arrange for your people to be relieved of their various duties and sent here to Yangsha. This will take time, of course. Of course, you may rest assured your soldiers will be well cared for until your return. You will also begin taking steps to better counter the threat of the Kojin and their icon. Before you take your leave, there is one other matter. I'm informed it was you who took the lead in rescuing 2 young domage from a band of Kojin sorcerers. I have not yet had the time to thank you properly. Please, there is no need to thank me. I only did what anyone would do under such circumstances. Fortunately, I was in good company at the time. The blight and the red coachness the Empire is making, were it not for our transgressions, those children would not have need saving. The people of Doma have suffered enough, my lord, and I promise to do all in my power to spare them through the pain, be it at the hands of the Kojin, or indeed the Empire. I pray the Emperor will see things as they do. There may yet be hope for us all. Until we meet again. Yosetsu, as before, I'll leave that to you too. I invite the rest of you to join me outside. Let's treat Asahi to a proper farewell. If Yatsuyu is to remain in Doma for good, we cannot keep her confined to this manor. The people must be made to see that she is no longer the monster they remember. Lord Heian has made a wise decision. Our superiors will be pleased. If my dear sister's memory does not return, I pray you will take good care of her. Without the threat of Imperial attack hanging over our heads, we may devote our energies to dealing with the Red Kojin, and then there will be nothing left to impede Doma's restoration. If only our previous encounters with the Empire had been this cordial, here's to the future, I suppose. I've wondered if the sight of her stepbrother might bring Yasuyu back to her senses, but mayhap nothing will. Nevertheless, we must continue to watch her until we can be certain that her condition is permanent. The ambassador's airship awaits at Castrum Fluminous. Let us be off.
I wish you a safe journey.
This has been a most enjoyable visit. I look forward to our next meeting. Maxima, would you take the others and see that all is ready for our departure? I simply cannot leave without first giving thanks to the Warrior of Light for accompanying me through Yansha.
The music went away.
Mark me, savior of the savages. There will be a reckoning.
Ooh, we're getting a flashback.
You've nowhere left to run, traitor!
Ignorant savages! Killing us will avail you naught. For every Imperial you cut down, 1,000 more will come. Abandon this foolish endeavor and surrender. You may yet serve our righteous cause.
How dare you speak of righteousness? You who forsook kith and kin to serve conquerors! Be glad I grant you this mercy.
Ooh.
What in the...
Oh no.
Reinforcements? No, just one! Cut him down!
And he did have the girly in Gunblade too.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
This one is promising. Who remains to offer us resistance?
A host of rebels led by Lord Cayenne hold the Enclave across the river.
Lord Cayenne.
The king of the former king of Dorma, sir. They say he is one of the greatest swordsmen alive.
Is that what they say?
Who was that?
Surely you jest. That was Xenos Galvus, Legatus of the 12th, the Crown Bloody Prince. I heard he was strong, but that was frightening.
That was Lord Xenos.
Oh, looks like he has a bit of a boy crush on Xenos.
Everything you are, your power, even your face, it vexes me. Go on. you are, at an emissary, and jeopardize the newfound peace between Dorma and the Empire. My lord was destined to lead us unto a glorious new age. Your light is nothing to his radiance. I will
The fact that
cherish
the others
this
don't
moment.
see him running in like that.
Lock it away within my heart, until the day we meet again.
An aggressive sympathy. Oh yeah, he let the mask slide there. Yet he has a little bit of plot armor because the others seem to have not noticed it. Yeah, I guess I'll say, yeah, that was not, thank you. Damn, I thought his name was Jess! Or Jimmy, an aggressive sim. Imagine as he flies away, we just cast Thundara, shooting him down and completely obliterate him right now. Oh, that would be so nice to cast Thunder too. By the way, there's a nice funny little reference to that naming convention as well. So, in one of the dungeons, there was little lore bits on the side that you could read. And it was talking about why do we call the various magics like Cure 1, Cure 2, Cure 3, etc. Yeah, I propose we instead call it Cure, Chira, Chiraga, etc. And then there's like some other entries that were basically debating it. And then they figured, for the sake of naming conventions, as they conserve space, they're just gonna put a number after the name. Why a simple thunder? Pretty sure we can do better than that. Yeah, probably. I thought pronounced, perhaps now you could be at ease, but your expression suggests otherwise. What troubles you, Savvy? Are you quite well? You look as if you were about to sit in the ambassador's arms for a moment there. What a frown! Did he say something to upset you? They were not paying attention at all.
You look troubled, my friend. Was it something he said?
Of all the memories to witness.
And here, something there would be a spell called Sun Zion or Fun Zion. Yeah, it would probably be that, but with the number after it. Of all the memories to witness.
I had my doubts about him, but I would never have guessed he was a disciple of Xenos. My lord.
Calm yourself, Yugiri. I set no store by him or his enlightened brethren. But if by treating with them there is even the faintest hope, we might secure the return of our conscripted brothers and sisters, I must play this game. After the way I risked their lives in the rebellion, I owe them that much.
My lord, you bear no blame for their fate.
If not blame, then responsibility. They were prisoners, and still I chose to fight, knowing they could be executed in retaliation. But now we have a chance to bring them home. If it means bargaining with a monster, so be it.
My lord.
Besides, I think he likes me, which is more than some can say.
That was more of a, I don't know about that type of face. That makes no sense. Why would he bother keeping up the pretense for so long, only to drop it right before the very end? Perhaps he no longer thought it necessary, having secured Domo's cooperation in the prisoner exchange. If he truly is a disciple of Xenos, tis possible emotion simply got the better of him. Remaining calm around the woman who still his lord will have taken his toll. Whatever the explanation, now is not the time for hasty reprisals. We shall proceed as planned. The Red Kojin must be placed under surveillance and the Yarlian prisoners made ready for the exchange. But you need not concern yourself with the details. Leave the affairs of Domo to us. When the hour of the exchange draws near, we will call for you. I should certainly hope so. Whatever the Empire's true intent, we would be on hand to play our part, either to defend Doma or help usher in a lasting peace. But you're going to lay it down as it's nearly 12:30 and you... Hi! Thank you for dropping by, Panzer. I appreciate it. You have a wonderful sleep, alright? I thought we might use this time to return to Eorzea, but given the volatility of the situation, maybe it would be best if we remain in Kagane. Agreed. Between Yatsuya's amnesia and Asahi's dubious agenda, I'd say we have ample reason to remain here in the neighborhood. If anything should happen, anything at all, you must send for us at once. Oh, I will. On that you have my word. Charting a path through the sea of troubles promises to be difficult enough. I am not so proud as to attempt the feat alone. To Kagane then. Tataru and the others must know what transpired here. Soon we shall see if Asahi is true to his word. If not, I would be glad to cut out that silver tongue of his. If what you saw of the ambassador is an indication of his true nature, this prisoner chase may not be what it seems. In fact, I'm beginning to wonder if your encounter with the Red Kojin was more than mere happenstance. So the back of my throat is starting to feel a bit sore. Which means I may have caught something for sure. I probably caught a common cold again. Tataru looking so cute in that kimono. Welcome back, Savvy. We heard good news about Gosetsu. I knew you'd find him. Since we have naught else to attend to for the moment, perhaps this would be a good opportunity to look into the present state of Galamon. Though I should probably speak with Tataru first. I don't envy Lord Ian. So much rest on his decision. FFXIV. It seems you're all in quite the predicament. Well, should we receive any urgent missives from Doma, rest assured you will be the first to know of it. Yes, of course, we're discussing ideas to replenish our coffers, but I suppose that all can wait if any urgent news should come through the office. About that, I wish to apologize, Cesaro. It was reckless of me to make such a purchase without first consulting you. You may be certain, however, that I mean to reimburse the Scions, even if it means drawing upon my personal funds. That's very thoughtful of you, but I'm sure it will come to that. If Sheriban's business proposition is as promising as it sounds, Savage should have no difficulty wiping the red from our ledger. What is with that grin, Totaro? Forgive me, Sabi. It would seem I have unwittingly heaped my financial troubles upon you. I swear I will pay you back. Spoiler alert, you never did. Though I fear I will struggle to cobble together anything of monetary value, no giant gather in abundance. To start, I plan to investigate the divisions forming within the Empire. Mayor Brio and his associates have heard something on the subject. Regardless, the more we know about the politics of Garlemald, the better our chances of predicting the Imperial's next move, which might yield you an advantage on the day of the prisoner exchange. Knowing what we do of Asahi's apparent resentment towards you, I cannot say what he hopes to gain from it. But if there is even the fanciest chance... But if there is even the faintest chance of a lasting peace could be forged between Doma and the Empire, what choice have we but to try? Lord Hien had the right of it. Asahi may very well be a monster, but we must play his game for now. We got a music scroll. The arrange the prisoner exchange proved easier than I thought. Yes, my lord will be most pleased. Everything has gone according to plan.
Can you truly remember nothing? Nothing at all?
Were we... friends?
Yes. We were good friends, you and I. In fact, I've brought you a gift. I pray that one day soon, as you gaze into that mirror, you will remember the woman staring back at you.
It's so pretty. Who are you? Who are you?
meanwhile, in the Imperial capital.
How are you feeling, my lord?
Fine, now leave me.
What the fuck? They killed him. There's no way he's alive still. Yeah, so there's no way the Imperials grabbed Xenos' corpse. There's no way. Especially since it was the Alliance that grabbed it. However, there's that one scene that we seen on one of our previous streams where the Emperor was talking to an Ascian, and the Ascian called something that made the Emperor go, "What the hell?" I don't think they did, because Xenos is dead. I will replenish our coffers, you wait and see. If all goes as planned, we will recoup the Cosmic Gossetsu's blade 10 times over. More often than not, it seems opportunity is what to come knocking when the signs are about. So long as you and yours remain here in Kagane, I'm certain a profitable venture will present itself. Whatever Asahi is planning, we cannot let him have his way. After all Lord Hien has done, the Empire cannot be severed to hinder Doma's restoration. But yeah, there's no way that the Empire could have grabbed Xenos' corpse, considering it isn't Alliance controlled. Whatever that Ascian did to make the Emperor go what the fuck as well, that might be the work of that. Setsu and Suyo. Alphino has important news to share. Now, I want to say the timing between this and the last quest is probably a couple weeks. A couple of weeks to go inside with the patch schedule. Yeah, Salvi, I'm definitely well timing. You have just received a letter from Lord Ian. He writes that the Domans are coordinating their efforts with the Blue Cogen to maintain a constant watch over the Red. By staying on the lookout for signs of crystal hoarding and the like, they mean to nip any summoning attempts in the bud, thereby satisfying the conditions for peace set down by the ambassador. For the Garlean's part, the Populares have sent word that a vessel bearing Doman conscripts is soon to arrive in Yingxia. It would seem that the prisoner exchange is to proceed as planned. Lord Hien requests your presence, and I share his view that you should be on the hand at this crucial juncture. According to the letter, Yatsu's memory has yet to return, so it looks like she'll be living out the rest of her days in Doma, assuming the ambassador means to honor the agreement, of course. Before we get to that, however, I think it would be wise to assess her condition one last time. If the Domans have missed any change in her mental state, however slight, it would be better if Asahi weren't the one to spot it. Agreed, let us make straight ways for the Enclave then. Lord Hien will be waiting. I trust you will cope in our absence, Tataru. Don't worry about me, I'll be fine. Just be sure to come back safely. Now, wanted it more backstory for those that weren't here when we went through it. Xenos is supposed to be dead. Because after the events here at Doma, where we finally got Doma liberated, we then went back to Alighieri, or... wait, is that the name of that area? Oh, Garabana, my bad. We went to Garabania, where the city of Alamigo was there. We raided the palace. We fought Xenos. He ran off for a bit. We chased after him. It turns out he has Shinryu, which is a giant primal that was summoned at the very start of the expansion, in prison with Omega State Field all around it. Omega being one of the weapons. Although an alien one, as we found out last time. Well, anyway, so we found that Xenos has Shinryu held captive at the top of the palace. How have we never seen that dragon just sitting up there? We don't know. But we ended up fighting... we ended up fighting Xenos again, but this time he freed Shinryu from his Omega prison and then proceeded to absorb the primal itself, basically taking complete control of it and its power. So the warrior light, aka us, as well as 7 of our friends, decided to take the damn thing down. And then, afterwards, we had a battered and tired Xenos, wondering what the hell happened. And as a way to spite us, the glory of our win, he ends up taking his own life by slicing his own neck. He committed unalive on himself. And from that point onwards, the Alliance has had a hold of his corpse. There's no way Garlemald got it. There's no way that there's an Asian possessing his corpse. There's no way. Because we do know Asians to be able to possess people, thanks to Thancred. But there's no way the Xenos' corpse got up there. Ever since he drained the coffers dry buying a sword, Alphino has had his purse strings in a death grip. I can't even buy a cup of tea without him going on about the dangers of frivolous spending. We know the broad strokes from his letter, but I would hear the details of our Doman friend's progress from Lord Hia himself. Ah, I see my letter reached you across the Ruby Sea. Thank you for coming so swiftly. Though I wrote at some length on the subject of the forthcoming exchange, there was one other matter I neglected to mention. It concerns Gostetsu. As you may have observed, he returned from his ordeal rather the worse for wear, and despite his best efforts to conceal his condition, or perhaps because of them, he recently collapsed. Maybe he's a twin, clone, soul transfers to another identical body, maybe somehow got the body back, assuming there's no twin, there's no clone. There's no twin, no clone. No identical body. Good gods, is he alright? Can find the dead and grumbling without cease, but he has shown signs of recovery. He made me promise not to tell you, at least you're very undully, which is all very well when you weren't there. Now that you are, however, I think it high time he received some visitors. Let you spare him a moment. Yatsuyu has scarce left his side, and I imagine you are curious to see what has become of her as well. You will visit him at once. Savvy, Alice, shall we?
Open wide now.
Pleased to you. I'm not so frail that I cannot feed myself. I grow weary of the taste of gruel.
You don't like it? Can I fetch you something else?
Aye, wine. Or if that is not wholesome enough, I don't know. A sweet persimmon from Namai? I enjoyed them in my youth.
A persimmon?
Nay, pay me no mind. I am full. Besides, we have guests.
I hope we are not interrupting your meal. We had heard you were confined to bed and thought you might welcome some visitors.
Confined to... a gross exaggeration. A trifle drained from my exertions, perhaps, but with a little rest, I shall be fighting fit again in no time.
Take off your clothes.
What?
Gosetsu, is this how you've been spending your time?
My lady, I assure you this is not.
Off with them. We need to wash you. You stink. What are all these scars? There are so many of them.
A life of battle will leave its mark upon a man.
How is she just on a flashback?
Is something wrong, Tsuyu?
It's nothing. I'm fine.
But leave me be, woman! I will not be fussed over like some newborn babe.
They make a convincing pair, do they not? On first acquaintance, I would think him doting grandsire and her a model grandchild. Indeed, had someone told me a year ago that I would live to bear witness to such a scene, I would have declared them mad. That aside, I am relieved to see Gosetsu has lost none of his spirit. But what a turn of events. I mean, for her to suddenly be watching over him. You couldn't make it up. Although I suppose Gosetsu is an old man, but the way he trudges through life, it can be easy to forget. Aye, he has resisted decrepitude with the same defiance he showed the enemies of Doma. But no matter how adamant his will, no man can carry on forever. He has pushed himself beyond the limits of endurance too many times. Even if his health returns, the fact remains. He will never again be the warrior he once was. He has given his all for Elysian land, and you will ask no more. And what of his nurse? If Yatsuyu is feigning that, well, she certainly has me fooled. This is no pretense. Yaguri, out of all of us, I would think you the hardest to convince. So what makes you so sure? I had been spying on Yatsuyu from the shadows, waiting for that misstep that would betray her charade for what it was. But her mask has never slipped, not once. She has remained in character from the first. One evening, I watched her as she sat in her chambers, unguarded and alone. She had taken the dishes from the cupboard and was pretending to prepare dinner right there on the tatami, a child game. Even the wariest shinobi would not go to such lengths. I can but conclude that her mind is truly broken. Well, that's good enough for me, and everyone else I would hazard. Aye, the matter is settled. Yatsuyu will become Suyu and begin a new life here in Doma. Before that can happen, however, you will need to present her to the ambassador one last time to prove that her memory is truly gone. But I would not risk parading her in front of our returning conscripts. Her presence at the exchange would only stir up Milena's thoughts. Understandably, she has got us fastened the chains around her necks. Aye, which is why I mean to conclude this business with Suya first, out of the sight of my countrymen. Will you help me? We are at your service. There is no higher purpose than the pursuit of peace. Why, thanks. The Garlands are on their way, and we must prepare to welcome the ambassador. We will meet you at the docks with Suyu. The skiff will take us to our meeting with the ambassador. He will join you at the docks once preparations have been made. Even after weeks of surveillance, it was difficult for me to accept that Yasuyu's condition was genuine, but not as difficult as accepting Cosette's affection for her. Oh, yeah, that's coming up again. We have spared no effort to increase the guard at every settlement here in Yangsha. The Red Kujin will trouble us no more. On that, you have my word. Right, will we actually be able to do the trial tonight, I wonder? Leave me alone, look inside the airboat fast. Okay, I got the thing hooked up now, okay. Can you imagine Yahtzee playing a bowls on the floor? I don't know that we can think of her as the same person anymore. Shall we wait here then? Lord Hien should not be long. It's raining again. My friends, have you seen Suyu? She is nowhere to be found. What? But the Girlings will be landing in a matter of moments. If she's fled, could it mean her memories have returned? I know not. Yuri is scouring the streets as we speak, but it is possible Suyu has left the Enclave altogether. Captain Edward, did you perchance carry a fair-skinned woman across the river? A fair-skinned woman, my lord? I did not rightly know. I think... oh, yes, my lord. Now that you mention it, there was a lady among the passengers whom I do not recall having seen before. Her face is hidden by the brim of her hat, but I remember taking her hand to help her onto the boat. White as Newfound snow it was. Was she someone important, my lord? Have I done something wrong? Wrong? No. I was merely hoping to catch our fucking yads. Anyways, that break to everyone. I'll restart the text box when the ad's finished. Maybe it'll stop raining by the time the ad's finish. Anyways, for those that aren't able to hear me, if you're lurking and you're not fun, feel free to hit that follow button. Twitch will let you know whenever the express is in service. Also down below in the info panels as well as in the about section, you can find a link to our socials such as our Twitter/X account, our YouTube VOD archive which has to be updated, and our Discord community. I hope to see you on all of those platforms in the future. I guess while I wait for the ad, I'll take a quick look on YouTube to see what the status is of the VODs. That way I know which ones I gotta add still. Why is there a copyright thing on that? Oh, okay. Weird that's failure for that one spot then. Oh yeah, at least that's not too bad. Yeah, I'll give you guys a couple more seconds before we rezone. gone? No, I was merely hoping to catch her just before she departed. Be at ease, Captain. Tatsina Seiyuu has crossed the river. Kami, help me. Go get Kinkama this. Without Seiyuu, I cannot see how the prisoner exchange, or indeed the peace process at large, can proceed. We have to find her, and soon. Her memory must have returned. Why else would she run? Dawn like the morning dew. Though his face betrays little sign of panic, Chien is plainly desperate to find Yatsuyu before something terrible happens. It seems Seiyuu has gone unrecognized thus far, but Kami, help us if someone catches a clear view of her face. I must find her before that happens. The responsibility for her disappearance, for all of this, lies on me, but I would ask for your aid nonetheless. We are at your service, Dorothy. Now, as before, let us make the crossing and begin our search. You go on ahead. Someone should let Iguri know that what we've learned. I'll join you on the other side. We have no way of knowing where Seiyuu is headed, so we had best divide our forces. I will take Shusakari and its surroundings. Alphino, if you would take the road to Cashmere Luminous. Savvy, forgive me, but can I ask you to interrogate the residents of Yazuka Manor? One of the Nawazu may well have seen our query. If everyone is in agreement, let us support Skiff and hope the Kami smile upon our efforts. To Yazuka Manor. Yes. If there is anything you care to know, you only need help? A pale-skinned woman? I have seen no such traveler, I am sorry to say. Oh, sorry. Scaly-skinned Nawazo, on the other hand, we have in abundance. Hey, bud, wasn't your friend here on the floor? Unusually pale skin? Yes, I saw this woman on the way back from my fishing trip. She had just crossed the shallows east of here and was headed in a northeasterly direction. For the most part, her steps did not seem certain. If you hurry, you might still catch her. You see no sign of Yatsu to the north. Perhaps she is somewhere further off to the northeast. The Detsu's get a mod off. They look even better now. They look more vibrant too. I think this graphic update's doing more than just the humanoid NPCs. I think it's doing monsters as well. Still no sign of Yatsuyu. Perhaps she is yet farther to the northeast. Yatsuyu is nowhere to be seen, but lying on the ground a short distance to the north, you spy a familiar-looking wide-brimmed hat. Why is there the hat on its own? A cursory glance is all that is required to confirm your suspicions. It is the same hat Yatsuyu was wearing when you found her in Sakazuki. That can't be good. Savvy, before you ask, should Kizukari in his running has yielded exactly not. Save this chance for unit with you, I suppose. Mistress Elsie has gone to assist her brother at the castrum. It was she who informed me of the situation. I joined Lord Heian here shortly after. How did you fare at Yuzuka Manor? Any sign of our missing guests? Towards the Mai, but I comment if the villagers recognize her, it will not end well. You must hurry. Yuri and I will check the patties. The village square is yours. It be voiced. No, there she is.
Greetings. Might I have one of your... Wait! Please! I only wanted a persimmon.
Kami, save us! Her spirit has returned!
She's back from the dead to seek her revenge!
It can't be. She couldn't have survived.
Been working through the Dontrums, and there's so many callbacks. You love it? Well, that's good to hear. It's good to hear that you're enjoying it. Please, no spoilers here, though. That's actually gonna be a thing that I'm gonna be taking very strict here, is I do not want any spoilers at all. One of the rules here for when I'm doing the Final Fantasy XIV is no spoilers past the point of where the stream character is. So they can't what? Which has been quiet for you lately. Do you have the volume low or something? But yeah, so one of the rules I have here is no spoilers for anything that's past the point of where the stream character is. But Chappie, she could have survived.
What did I do?
As if you don't know!
Good people of Namai, be at ease, I pray you. You have naught to fear.
My lord, forgive me, but what is that monster doing here? They told us she was dead!
I too was surprised to learn of her survival. More even than you, I would hazard. 'Twas I who cut her down, I who left her to her fate. But it would seem the Kami had other plans. By some miracle, both she and Gosetsu were spared when the keep collapsed, though Yotsugu's preservation came at the cost of her memory.
You're saying she's forgotten? Forgotten everything she's done?
Lies! Lies, my lord! She would say anything to escape punishment!
What does it matter? We have not forgotten her crimes, and we demand justice! I beg of you, Lord Hien, draw your blade and rid us of this canker! What I saw then, it's all true. I'm sorry! I'm so sorry.
You're sorry? And what? We're supposed to forgive you?
Here, there's no need to cry. Can't you see how scared she is? How can you be scared of her? She's not the same.
Until such time as her memories return, this woman shall be known as Tsuyu, and treated as a citizen of Doma. I will, however, see that she is watched at all times. Rest assured that there will be no more unannounced visits to the village. As your lord, I ask that you leave her fate in my hands, and suffer her to live, for now.
Please, Issei.
All right. I'll keep my peace. As long as you're happy, that's all that matters.
Follow this over a persimmon. I've failed to consider how she might endanger herself. Knowing she has the mind of a child, I should have continued my vigilance, not relaxed it. I don't know why everyone is so angry, but I got the fruit Gotatsu wanted. I hope he likes it. I can't forget what that woman did to us, but I won't do anything to upset Azami. I'm not scared of her, not anymore. Fruits of her labor. Hien's face is a picture of her life. That would have been better avoided, but at least it did not end in bloodshed, and judging by City's reaction, she remains oblivious to the events of her former life. This is no escape attempt. Hey, it seems it was an offhand request of Gosetsu's which brought her to Namai. She came in search of a persimmon. And they say fruit is good for the health. I do hope Gosetsu finds the taste to his liking. Well, we have certainly taken the long way around, but let us continue on to Castrum Fluminus. And our meeting with the ambassador. Alphino and Alcei should still be there conducting their search. Anyways, chat, I hope you guys are having a lovely Friday night with us tonight. I can definitely feel the soreness in the back of my throat. I hope it doesn't affect me too much tomorrow. Seriously, I think this thing has an updated model. Because it definitely seems more vibrant than I remember. Lord Hien informed us of the uproar at Namai. Think it's troll he found Yatsuyu when he did. I dare not think what might have happened had he not. I was sure Yatsuyu had fled, but it seems her memory hasn't returned after all. How foolish of me not to consider Gosetsu's craving for seasonal fruit. The Imperial airship has arrived, whether our conscripts are aboard remains to be seen. Do we have to stay here long? I'll be waiting for his fruit. It seems our Imperial guests have already arrived. Tis time to meet with the ambassador.
What a pleasure it is to see you once more, Lord Hien. Not to mention my dear sister.
A pleasure to see you too, Ambassador. Forgive us our late arrival. You have our people aboard the airship?
Exactly as agreed. We would leave you in no doubt as to the purity of our intentions. I dare say it was the self-same spirit of cooperation which prompted you to bring Yotsuyu here today.
Indeed. Before excluding her from the exchange, I thought it only fair that you see her condition for yourself. Physically, she is in fine health, but her mind is unchanged.
So I see. But all need not necessarily be lost. In anticipation of this tragic turn of events, I took the liberty of inviting some special guests.
Definitely guess. What the hell are you talking about, Sahi? This can't be good. Oh boy.
Ah, Yotsuyu. You look well.
Of all the people.
Is something wrong, dear sister? These are our beloved parents. Does not the sight of them bring back sweet childhood memories?
Gosetsu. I have to take this to Gosetsu.
It would seem my little surprise was not sufficient. You needn't glare at me so, Lord Hien. I merely did what any loving son would do for his family. Lest you doubt, I am content to leave the acting viceroy in your care. Pray, treat her as you would any daughter of Dorma. Do not grow too fond of this place, dear sister. You will come back to us ere long.
We continue with the exchange as planned, then.
Very good. The structure across the river should serve our needs. We shall await you there with the conscripts. If you would bring your captives.
Agreed. Until then, Ambassador.
He's tormenting her emotionally. I knew better than to trust Asahi, but that was a dirty trick. Still unpleasant as it was, we have at least put the matter of Seiya's future to rest. I've sent her back to the Enclave with Yagiri to give Gosatsu his precious parasumon. Come, let us follow them. You had that look out for now. What is it? No, nothing of consequence, most like. We can discuss it upon our return. So chat, with what we've seen so far in the story, we know that... Based on the words of several NPCs and such, and I'll talk about NPCs that we've already encountered with this character's playthrough, we know that Yatsuyu has had quite a bad life growing up. She was essentially a slave. I suppose Seiyu is to become an official Doman citizen, but what then? Will they keep her head in the air forever, or might she one day be allowed to walk amongst her countrymen? So it would seem there will be one less prisoner at the exchange. I only hope Yasui's presence here will not present further problems. We shall pay a visit to Gosetsu and reassure him about Seiya's fate. He will want to know that the Empire has finally relinquished its claim on her.
Gosetsu, are you awake?
My lord, come in, come in. When Tsuyu returned, her eyes were red from weeping. She spoke not a word, simply sat and peeled some fruit she'd brought for me. She then claimed weariness and retired to her chamber. Tell me, what happened to upset her so?
The ambassador arranged a surprise reunion with her foster parents. A misguided attempt to restore Yotsuyu to her senses. It was plain their presence caused her great distress, but she seemed otherwise unaffected.
Yotsuyu was mistreated as a child, was she not? It was a cruel trick to use her tormentors like that, knowing the pain it could cause.
I like this Asahi less and less.
Be that as it may, he has agreed to allow Yotsuyu to remain with us in Doma. Our primary concern now is to hand over the prisoners without incident and bring our people safely home.
There was one other detail at the meeting which caught my attention. I assume you all noticed the rather suspect crates within the castrum. The Imperials were quick to retrieve them afterwards, but I wonder...
Out with it, brother. You fear they might contain bombs or war machines?
If the ambassador wanted me dead, he has had ample opportunity. No, assassination is not his intent, but we should be on our guard for other acts of treachery.
My lord! Forgive me, but the Lady Yotsuyu, she's gone!
Gone?
I beg your pardons, my lords. I was certain she'd fallen asleep.
No, the responsibility is mine. 'Twas I who gave her a room instead of a cell. She may simply have wandered outside. We will organize search parties. Might I call upon your assistance?
Help! 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 Help me!
Now we're having a flashback now.
If only I hadn't remembered. He should hate me. But I will not suffer his kindness. Not after what I did to him.
Who's there?
Oh, it's you. What are you doing out here in the dark?
This is the Enclave, is it? When the soldiers dragged us back to Doma, you were the last person I expected to see.
You're the bane of our existence, Yotsuyu! A font of misery! You couldn't even do us the simple courtesy of dying, could you? Oh, no. You had to live and taint us with the shame of your failure. We had a perfect life in the capital, and now they're making us wallow in this muddy ruin like common swine! I don't deserve this!
Now, dear, that'll do. There seems little point in berating the girl when she scarcely remembers her own name. Our time would be better spent contemplating how we're to survive this unhappy predicament. You've kept your looks, at least. I suspect you'd fetch a handsome price with the right buyer. Maybe enough to get us to Kugane and start a new business.
Ah, my beloved parents. No sooner do I wake from gentle slumber than the world returns in all its cruelty. Yes, this is how it always was. How it was meant to be. Very well. If I cannot escape my nature, then I shall embrace it. To the very depths I have sunk, my soul steeped in spite and rotten to the core. The self-righteous hide behind justice, but I need no such mask. Father, Mother, was it not you who made me into this monster? who taught me the truth of this miserable world. For years I knew naught but the taste of pain and humiliation. But the time has come to savor my vengeance against Doma. Against all my enemies. And it begins with you!
Yotsuyu! What?
No!
Well done, dear sister. Did I not say you would come back to us?
Brother dearest, what a surprise. You always were a cold-blooded little worm. I doubt you thought twice about sending our parents to their deaths.
Your dagger yet drips with their blood, and you presume to judge me? To be frank, I didn't think you had the strength to slay them so cleanly. A single thrust each. I'm impressed. But surely you can't be satisfied with murdering a pair of doddering elders. You yearn for a deeper vengeance, and the power to see it through.
That's not good.
Please. I don't want to die.
Any sign of her? What happened here?
I'll see if she has her
I
memories back
knew
now.
what would happen if she recovered. And still, I did nothing. You say she left with her brother? Whatever he wants with her, he was willing to pay for it with his parents' lives. But this is neither the time nor the place. We must gather the others.
I love how at night that little glow, I forget what they called it in the game. But I love how it seems to glow at night. Anyways, I want to be right back, chat. I gotta use the bathroom. I'm back. Sorry about that. The one thing about this game that I love is the fact that they're actually willing to go into dark themes like that. Because like most other MMOs that I've played don't even approach that. At least not in detail like that anyways. It's just like mentioned in passing basically, most of the time. World of Warcraft got fairly close with their Just War Zone, which I think was their darkest area. At least of the publicly released areas, anyways. So back in Battle for Azeroth, as shit as that expansion was. At least with the Just War Zone, they were at least willing to explore some darker themes at least. Which is a nice change of pace in my opinion. So Yatsuyu has returned to the bosom of the Empire after all. I cannot say I am surprised, but what I struggle to fathom is Asahi's aim in all of this. Yatsuyu hit her recovery well. I had no inkling that her memory had returned. I keep asking myself when it could have happened. At the meeting with her parents, perhaps? But then why would she... May, there is not to be gained from such conjecture. So Asahi got his way in the end. And at an unspeakable price. He really is a vile little rat, isn't he? We have recovered the... what? Oh, that must be their last name, okay. We have recovered the Nere's remains and will hold the cremation anon. Would that they had never again set foot in Doma. I broke the news to Gosechi myself. He was quiet. I think at best that he'd be allowed some time alone with his thoughts. Conscripts and contingencies. Lord Hien seems keen to take stock of the situation. So, my friends, that which we feared has come to pass. Yatsuyu has regained her memory and returned to the Imperial fold. It is, by any measure, a cruel twist, not least for Gosetsu, but one which does not invalidate our agreement. According to the terms of the contract, we were bound to surrender Yatsuyu into the Garlean Sands should her condition improve prior to the hour of the exchange. By that reckoning, all is, if not as it should be, then as it must be. This I can accept. But what I cannot accept are the unconscionable lengths to which Asahi went to achieve this outcome. Given his recent conduct and his apparent admiration for Xenos, it is plain he cannot be trusted. And that is to say, nothing of the unexplained containers he insists on bringing to our middies. Whatever the ambassador is planning, I think it unlikely our negotiations will end peacefully. In the event of hostilities, the safety of the conscripts must first be our first concern. As such, I would have an escape route in place before the meeting begins. A wise precaution, if the main structure of the Castrum Fluminous is to be the stage for the exchange, then I believe a thorough inspection is in order. the Citadel has stood empty ever since the Imperial withdrawal. While we took steps to ensure that it could not be defended by an occupying force, it is entirely possible that the Ambassador has arranged things there to his advantage. I will slip inside and make certain we have an unobstructed exit. Pray allow me to join you. I have some experience in Imperial facilities, and should matters take a turn for the worse, I would hope to be of at least some use. Very good. That should be enough to guarantee us a way out of the castrum. Beyond that, however, you will need a ship to ferry conscripts back to the Enclave. Even with every skiff we have, it would take several ships to evacuate everyone. I consider a second Boonhay, on the other hand, would require only a single run, and leave us far less vulnerable in the water, assuming, of course, Rasho can be convinced to part with one. Might I take the lead on this? I've had dealings with Rasho and his pirates before. And I won't be alone, will I, Savvy? You can count on me, even though you volunteered me. Much appreciated. I quite fancy parlaying with pirates again. It's just a shame Lise won't be there to reprise her role. I am certain you would make a persuasive pair, but I think I will accompany you to these negotiations all the same. My lord, the rumor at Doma should not be seen consorting with common brigands. Come now, Yugiri. They stood with us against the Empire. If we would ask their aid once more, we must treat with them as equals. My presence shall serve to demonstrate our sincerity. Indeed, my lord. Pray forgive my presumption. By your leave, Master Alphino and I shall be about our task. And we should be on our way to Onakaro. Time is short, and Rasha may take some convincing. Hey, Duty. Do you think we could maybe get the Zayla to come with us too? The Zayla being the aura? Specifically the Black Skilled aura. As a former soldier of the Empire, I have been chosen to oversee the handover of our Imperial prisoners. Whilst I am so occupied, I must ask that you provide steadfast support for Lord Yin. I wonder how long it took to get this all built. I wonder how long it will take in real life to do this without any machines. The amount of wood that would be required for it. And then the amount of upkeep because of the wood rotting and such. Oh, I would hate to hear about the upkeep for this. In my mind, Gaoziyu is deserving of all you fate. Memory loss be damned. And if you don't have the stones for it, we would be happy to take on the burden. It'll be over nice and swift. Now there is a face I did not expect to see. Not bringing to noble lord at Delwyn to the company of bildrats such as we. If you've come to offer Dome chains and place a Garlean ones, then I'm afraid you've wasted a trip. And what fine subjects you would make! With your fleet are at our disposal, our restoration efforts would be hastened tenfold. But let us speak seriously. I stand before you, not to demand your fealty, but to request your aid once more. Mayhap you're confused. Doma's liberation was but a means to an end. We aided you only to save ourselves. Now we have no such incentive. We have sworn no oath to you, and will not come running out like hounds after Master's whistles. And I would not presume to treat you thus. I come to petition your cooperation as an ally at equal standing. Equal standing, you say? Seems a bit lopsided in me. Where's the profit for us in all this? Profit? What's he always think in such short-sighted terms? Have you ever heard of doing the right thing? Have you ever heard of pirates, little miss? You'll find we're simple souls. You pay our teeth, hence you sail in peace. Denieth our due, and we'll take it by force. We'll pull you out of the water if we see you drowning, but we are not in the business of doing something for nothing. Calm yourself, Mr. Salazar. We did not come here to moralize. We came here to talk, and there is more to be said. According to our records recovered after deliberation, relatives of your Doman-born brethren were among those conscripted into the Imperial Army. And as you may be aware, we recently negotiated the return as head conscripts. Many, alas, will arrive to find no families waiting for them, no homes to grant them shelter. I would ask that you offer them a place in the Confederacy. You would not be rescuing strangers, but welcoming brothers and sisters into your ranks. And has not the Confederacy been in need of new recruits? You seem uninformed of our affairs, Lord Ian. The losses we suffered at the Guardian's hands are no secret, but since we drove them out of Doma, the Rippy Sea has come alive with traders and travelers. So many vessels attack, so few pirates attacks them. It could do with some more hands on deck, and doubly so if they're familiar with the inner workings of the Empire. Very well. The Confederacy agrees to your request. You will have your ship. But before that, you must do something for me. The vessel I had in mind was damaged during your battle with the Empire. Though we have mended her, she is yet to be declared seaworthy. She is stout enough down below, but when you load her up with conscripts and the waterline rises, those upper plates had best be free of cracks. Assuming you want your people to stay dry, you will do me the favor of swimming around the hull to check for weaknesses. That is, if Doman lords are not adverse to getting their robes wet. Thought this, Doman lord. If we each inspect a third of the ship, it shall be done in a thrice. That is the spirit. The ship is moored at Quickscape Pier. Our apprentice shipwright will be on deck to hear your report. Look for a lad named Ihanashi. Ihanashi, there we go. And there's the ads. God damn it. I guess we'll be waiting for the ads to finish. I guess during this ad I'll do a stretch and hydrate then. Alright, let's see. Yeah, what am I missing here? Anyway, so while we have the ads gone, for those that aren't able to hear me still, I do have a PC update for you guys. As some of you know, I ordered parts for my new computer. And once we were just waiting on the motherboard, I got the motherboard ordered on the 2nd of this month. And it is now in the process of... It's now in the process of making its way down to me. Although I have a show that might be delayed. Regardless, the motherboard is due back on this Sunday. So, this Sunday I'll know for sure. But otherwise, that's all we're waiting for, is just for the motherboard to come in. Then I get to build a computer. And it looks like the ads finished finally. Before I resume, I do want to ask you all, how are you all doing tonight? I hope you're all having a lovely Friday night. Anyways, let's get back to the game now. And I thought I had a knack for parlaying with pirates. For the record, my previous attempt was an unmitigated success. And yes, I should have quit while I was ahead. Well, I thought the rumors exaggerated, but the young lord lived up to his reputation. What the hell happened for my voice to get behind like that? The hell's going on with that? Oh, was it getting behind just because I was checking the order status? Oh, that's kind of shit. Oh wait, no, there might be something else going on. Okay, let's just set that back thing then. Ian Nashi. Hi, that's me. The captain said someone would be coming to inspect the hull. You haven't finished already, have you? The water is so invigorating. I have not swum in the Ruby Sea since... but I should be concentrating on the task at hand. You know what? The water actually looks a lot better, too. For one, I'm actually glad Diggory isn't here. I doubt she would have taken kindly to a pirate inviting Ian to inspect his hull. Upon closer inspection, you spot a small crack in one of the planks. You see no signs of damage here. I got distracted by something. Hi, I'm the shipwright, apprentice shipwright. Did you find anything that might need attention? The section I inspected seemed solid enough. Oh, I found a crack on one of the planks over on that side. On the port side near the bow, you said? Alright, I'll have a look and see what I can do. But my apologies, I seem to have lagged behind. I could float in that gentle sea all day. Otherwise, I'm happy to report no visible cracking or holes in my section of the hull. You're Guardian. The captain sent you to inspect the hull? Show me out mercy. Forgive us this discourtesy, my lord. Just quite alright, in fact. I rather enjoyed it. I'll take it you are Abdoma? Yes, my lord. The Imperials took my father away after the uprising, and I had nowhere else to turn. The Confederacy became my family. But someone told me they're releasing the conscripts now. Maybe my father will be among them. Not that I could go back. There's no leaving once you join. Oh, fragile lady. Is she seaworthy? The captain, we found a small crack on the port side. I'll have it fixed before you know it. I see you have met the boy. Did he tell you his story? He dabbles when he is nervous. Should his father be among the conscripts as he hopes, I'm going to give him the choice to leave this life. If he so chooses, I expect you to see they are provided for. I have heard that those who join the Confederacy forswear all ties with kin and homeland. Is that oath so easily put aside? If I allow it. I see in him the lad I was 25 years ago. You say the words, you mean them, but the yearning for home still lingers. My family is long dead, and I know this life is my lot, but he has scarce dipped his toes with us. If there is a life for him in Doma, he should have the chance to live it. Though said, the Empire's conquest has uprooted many and more, be it in Yangsha or out in the Ruby Sea. We have a duty to ensure that Ian Nashi and others like him are free to dwell where they desire. Then the matter is settled. I will make preparations to cast off. Well, my friends, it seems we have our ship. Let us return to the Enclave. Let's see, so a whole battalion on that deck, maybe another one or two below deck. We saw the chasm's tower unoccupied, and betraying no signs of recent activity. Only shadows and echoes awaited us there. Alphino seemed oddly reluctant to linger, but I saw it not to concern us. The chasm was deserted, quite deserted. 'Twas a simple matter to plot the surest path out, hence our swiftness. Did you see a ghost or something, Alphino? Alphino tells me they had little trouble finding a suitable route out of the castrum. Well, he won't say much more than that. If I didn't know better, I'd think he was hiding something, though I can't imagine what. It seems Jaeger and Alphino completed their task before us. They have been waiting. He scouted the structures and determined the swiftest path to safety. In the event of hostilities, we will lead the conscripts outside with all possible haste. From there, the Confederacy has pledged a ship to ferry us across the One River. Now we have but to attend the exchange and pray to the colony these precautions are necessary. The primary agreement. Ian is ready to proceed with the prisoner exchange. While we were putting our contingency plans in place, I left Hakuru in charge of organizing transport for the Imperial prisoners. You will see they arrive at the appointed hour, leaving us free to rendezvous with our considerate allies. Come, they await us on the riverbank not far from the castrum. Now chat, for this one, I'm actually going to have the chat box shown. For this particular trial, I will have the chat box shown. In fact, let me make sure I have the settings for that all set up. Now, for those of you that are just chilling, lurking, and whatnot, I hope you're all having a lovely Friday night. If you're not following and you feel that you've earned your follow, feel free to hit the follow button. Once you're following, Twitch will let you know whenever the Express is in session. Or rather, in service, I should say, if I want to stick to my damn theme. Down below in the info panel, as well as the About section, you can find links to our socials, such as our Twitter/Nets account, our YouTube VOD archive, which has to be updated, and our Discord community. I hope to see you on all those platforms in the future. And look, there's a ship. And look, there's the skiffs. Do not worry about the ship. It will be where it needs to be, and with Tansui at the helm. My only concern is the safe return of our people. That is what my lord wishes, and that is what shall be done. Would that we had some hint as to the ambassador's intentions. Had we not prepared for the worst, I should be wary of going through with this all at all. No matter what Asahi throws at us, we cannot let that monster have his way. The tower rather spoils the view across the river, does it not? I concede we might perhaps have chosen a less ominous place to conduct the exchange. Okay, so just for this... Let me grab this, and this. Just for the sake of this, I'm gonna move the, I'm gonna move you guys to the right-hand side of the screen. There's this trial that we're about to do. It's one of my favorites simply because of how it's presented. Plus, there's quite a bit of character build-up in it too. Your party is assembled then? Aye, and ready for what lies ahead, I trust. Must there be any confusion, though? The terror across the water is to be the scene of the exchange. That and whatever else Asahi has planned. But regardless of the ambassador's intentions, we will bring our people home. Yigiri, you are to evacuate the conscripts at the first sign of trouble. Yes, my lord. We, meanwhile, shall cover their escape and lend what support we can. Your ship awaits you at the Cashman's loading docks. She will see you safely home. Then all stand ready to play their part. Come, let us be about it. There's those crates again.
At last, the hour has come. The conclusion to these negotiations will mark a new beginning for Dorma and the Empire. A first step on the road to peaceful coexistence.
Indeed. We are ready to proceed with the exchange when you are. Forgive my curiosity, Ambassador, but is there a purpose to these containers you bring with you?
Oh, the supply crates. They are filled with materials we hoped might be of use in Dorma's restoration. I meant to gift them to you at our last meeting, but we had so much else to discuss.
How very generous. I confess I had not expected such compassion, welcome though it is. But then I was also surprised by the news that one of our captives had delivered herself into your custody ahead of time. A minor discrepancy I shall overlook in the spirit of the occasion.
Are you perhaps referring to me, Lord Hien?
Yotsuyu.
Orphan of the Nairi, widow of Sashihai, and acting Viceroy of Dorma. You and your people are mine to govern, mine to punish!
Well, well. It would seem your shattered mind is mended. As per our agreement with the Ambassador, you are free to return with him to the Empire. Your authority as acting Viceroy, however, is no longer recognized here.
My position is not for you to decide, little lordling. All who resist the rule of the Empire must be purged. Such was the order given to me by Lord Xenos himself. I will reign here in this putrid, pestilent swamp until the last of you has been broken. This land shall know no dawn. I will spew forth darkness and drown all in its
eternal night, and high above you I shall shine, uncaring, cold and distant as the moon!
Oh, you know what, chat? I just figured out why the Kojin came into the area. They were trying to get back that near. And this is why.
What has she done?
Oh gods, this is a summoning.